Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today on this wonderful morning? It's Monday. The sun's shining here. I don't know if it's shining where you are, but hopefully it is. Hopefully it is. Welcome in, everybody. So early morning live. I made it. um, my alarm this morning. I told you guys we were going to have a live this morning. My alarm must have went off twice, and I didn't even hear it. I must have just clicked like the off button in my sleep because I woke up and I was like, my alarm didn't go off. So welcome in. We are going to be watching the Rex Heuermann press conference today. If you missed last night's live, it was really good. If you guys have a chance to go back and watch it, I'd recommend it. It was a really good live, very informative. We went over, there's a website that has like everything that you would need to know about the Long Island serial killer or Gilgo Beach, Manorville, Butcher, whatever you want to call, um, the Rex Heuermann, he's the suspected killer, but there's a website and it has like everything on it, like the pictures, the videos, all the information. It's all factual. I love it. Back from bad sub jail. Hey Janet, how you doing? Hey, I think I seen Jan and I think I saw Isabel in here today. Did I see Isabel too? Hey Chopper. Hey Crimson Moon, how you doing? Welcome in. Hey DM. Look at you guys all up early in the morning with me. Hey Isabel. Hey Mary Beth. You're probably at work but listening in. Hey Gary, welcome in. It's good to see you guys. Hey Sailor. You're up early too. Early mornings, huh? It's not really that early, but it feels like it kind of to me. I didn't go to bed till a little bit later though. We all stayed up kind of late last night on the live. Hey Wizard Walt. Chopper man, you guys are all up early. I liking this. Hey Nash Native. I'm not even through my first cup of coffee. I feel that. I don't even drink coffee, but I feel that. That's my one vice, I would say. The one thing that I do that I really wish I could change is drinking soda. I'm a soda drinker and I hate it. So that's how I get my caffeine. Why are there why is there a news conference? Okay, so that's what I was gonna tell you. So I think I figured it out. Remember last night we were kind of like speculating what it could be. I was saying could it be like charges in Las Vegas because there's victims. We went over all the all the victims that could be linked to Rex Heuermann last night as well. We went over a lot. Um, we thought maybe it could be like maybe identification of one of the 3 unidentified along Ocean Parkway, Peaches, her toddler daughter, and also the unidentified Asian male. Well, as I was digging a little more, I'm pretty sure they are going to give us a new sketch of the Asian male as a woman. Like, because as you guys may know, the Asian male, when he was found wearing women's clothing. So it's suspected that he was, he dressed as a woman and that he was, a worker, as you would say, a street worker. I'm trying to think of a good way to, so YouTube don't ding me. Oh, you okay, Rocky? That's my cat. He about fell off the desk. His little back paw fell off. Oh. Okay. So what we'll do as we're like waiting, I have WFLA up, but I don't see that they have like a thumbnail. Sorry, I didn't want that to do that. So I'll just keep, I'm gonna keep my eye out and everything on who's streaming it and where, and we'll figure that out. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Hey Karen, welcome in. Hey Sirius. I'm the worst. I swear I am. Hey Celestial Sky. I'm the worst at going back and like welcoming in everybody. I'm sorry if I don't do that very well. Yeah. Yeah, you want the list that of all of his pre-planning and stuff like that? Yeah, let's see. I got to remember exactly where it was. Court records. There we go. Just got to scroll and scroll a little bit. It should be in here though. I thought it was in here. Okay, I think that's the first one. I'm trying to see court records. I'll just look it up. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try to get. See, this is one I'm just looking at. Okay, never mind. Sorry, it's taking me a minute. There's just like a few different like a few different ones, so we'll go through. Actually, let me just pull this up for you guys. Because it was in the court documents. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong court document. Okay, I'm going to share this page with you guys. And then if not, if we don't get it beforehand, I'll show you guys after. Maybe. Okay, here we go. So this is one of the papers here. So the body prep, it says, and this is, when I was reading this last night, I thought this was his body prep, like prepping himself. But no, it's prepping the body after, like I'm assuming after the crimes. Which, you know what? Which says to me that he definitely unalived these women away from where he dumped them. If that makes sense to you guys, like he didn't take these women out there and then do it. It seems like he did this almost at like his home or somewhere where he could wash. It says wash body inside and all cavities. You're not going to be able to do that out in the marshy wetlands. Remove trace evidence. Remove trace DNA. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff on this list. Let me just double check to make sure that. Let's see. I really wish that like WFLA was streaming it, but it doesn't say that they're streaming it yet, so we'll see. So yeah, this was his list, Crimson Moon. So he made a few different lists. We went over them last night as well, and they were just things to do for the pre-prep, the like pre-prep before, the unalivings, what to do after the unalivings, what to watch out for, what to not do again. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. So I'm going to go over and see if I can find this really quick, make sure. Because I know that other people are streaming it. Let me see, actually. Let's see if this is. Oh, that doesn't even say. I was trying to type in YouTube, and that does not even say YouTube. Okay. And thank you guys all for being here. I was just going to say that, Nash Native. That's exactly what I was looking up was news. Yeah, it was news channel 4 or 12. I was trying to think of the local station out there. Or over there. So, there's a bunch. Let me see, actually. I don't think it's this one. Or is it? Well, this is for New York. That's not okay. Okay, about to see. That's what this like. I hate press conferences, y'all. Because I wish there was one station that would have all the press conferences that ever come out. I need to invent that. So that's so funny. I just happened to look down and see that. I was just gonna read the chat. See, Celestial Sky. I believe that. We were talking about that last night too. So Nash Native, I saw that. I think that the one I'm looking at is this one. Long Island. It has to be this one. It says it's live, but the live is not like
tonight. Driving conditions
it'll come on now. Maybe it'll come on now. So we'll just do this. Okay. And then I'm gonna go. Let's go to the let's see. I think we're on the right one. So okay. No need to fret. We got it. It seems like, well, I mean, okay, so I mean, they're all on different channels and stations and all that because of the different, locations of the cases. But I really do feel like if there was somebody out there, right, that had like a station where they just streamed the press conferences and maybe they could like enhance the audio and all that stuff, that would be really nice. Now I feel like I need to make a channel for that. Figure out how to like just be on the quickness with it. Oh, really? On Court TV? On their YouTube channel or on their actual like that? If you don't mind. Thanks for helping me, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Is it on their YouTube? I don't see it on their YouTube. It's probably on their actual like maybe their website. If not, it should come on this one. Oh wait, it's right here. And I'm like over here, just there it is. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
So today we're asking for the public's help, and
I'm gonna go back just like a little bit.
Local news streaming 24/7,
and then we'll
continue
speed it up.
to have the beat go on across the entire region.
Another night of non-stop action.
There is life-threatening flooding occurring right now.
This is why you turn to News 12.
Streaming when and where you want to watch. News 12 New York. Local matters.
Homicide, in this case, as well as others, and just as importantly, we need to provide answers to the families of murder victims. So today we're asking for the public's help in identifying an individual who has been known as Asian Doe. They were found on Ocean Parkway near Gilgo Beach in 2011, and despite our best efforts, this person still remains nameless. And by nameless, I mean to us, to members of the task force. This person certainly had a life and loved ones and friends who knew them by their name. And it's important that this victim get their name back, and just as importantly, the people who cared for this individual get answers. So we are hopeful that with this new information and the community's assistance, we will be able to identify Asian Doe and bring a resolution to the case. Before I get into the meat of the press conference, I just want to thank the task force members who are here. Obviously, my team, Chief Investigator Rich Zacharies, and our ADAs, investigators, and analysts. We have NCMEC, which is the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. I want to thank them for their assistance. They're not present at the press conference, but as you'll see, they were integral in with their assistance in this case. In this instance, we also have our partners from the Suffolk County PD, Commissioner Rob Waring. Actually, Rob Waring's to my left, he's sneaky. Chief of Detectives Darrell Simmons, as well as Deputy Inspector Sean Barron and their team of investigators. We have Suffolk County Sheriff's Office. We have the New York State Police, led by Lieutenant St. Drew, and you can hear from Lieutenant St. Drew in a moment. We also have the FBI and their team. We thank them for their assistance. We have Senior Supervising Resident Agent Don Ospacker and some investigators on the Gilgo Task Force. We thank them for their assistance and for their presence. The Secret Service, we want to thank them for their help. They're not present at this press conference, but they've been helping with the electronic evidence. We also have received, in this instance, assistance from the New York City Police Department, who are not here. But again, we want to help. We want to thank the NYPD for helping us gain access to the significant Asian population in the city. Now, before I get into that new information, I just want to discuss with you all where you can find the visuals that have been provided to my left. The new information and visuals provided here today will be provided to the press. They will be posted on NCMEC's website and their Help ID Me Facebook page. And again, this is a place where members of the public can go and look at pictures and information concerning missing victims of crime and provide law enforcement with information. There's also a VICAP public webpage and law enforcement repository. VICAP is the Violent Criminal Apprehension Bureau, and that is run by the FBI. And so you can go on their website, provide information, learn information. And of course, it is available right now on my website, the District Attorney's website, as well as our social media. And this information includes updated forensic reconstruction images of Asian doe, which were provided by NCMEC, descriptions of the clothing of the victim, which he was wearing at the time of death, a picture of the various clothing labels of the clothes that were worn, new genealogical data, as well as information as to the victim's age, height, and gender identity information. Now, with regard to the initial investigation in this case, the remains of Asian doe were discovered on April 4th, 2011. They were found, the skeletal remains were found on Ocean Parkway near Gilgo Beach in New York, I believe found in between just closest to Megan Waterman. The initial examination revealed the following. The victim was a biological male of Asian descent. The victim was between the ages of 17 and 23. So there he was a teenager or very young adult when the murder occurred, and he was about 5'6" tall, give or take a couple of inches either way. Unfortunately, this victim suffered a violent death. The cause of death was homicide by blunt force trauma. We know the death occurred during or prior to 2006. And that those remains were on Ocean Beach for at least 5 years before being discovered in 2011. So the actual murder occurred based on the forensic examination of the remains in 2006 or earlier. Some of this information is being released for the first time, specifically the descriptions of the clothes that Asian doe was wearing at the time of death, and that although Asian doe was a biological male, Asian doe was wearing exclusively women's clothing. He was wearing a Chrysanthemum brand blue ribbed short sleeve shirt with a crew neck, size large. He was wearing a Raffaello brand shirt, size 10, and he was wearing a pair of women's pants and a bra, both by the brand Bill Blass. And with regard to the forensic reconstruction images, the task force was able to work with a National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, NCMEC, and a forensic artist examined the victim's skull to create the facial reconstructions that you see here. And those reconstructions depict what the victim may have looked like prior to their disappearance and murder. We have two pictures of a person with short hair, one head on and one in the profile, And we have a third picture of an individual with long hair. Because the victim was wearing exclusively women's clothing at the time of death, it is possible that they identified as a woman or were known by others as being a woman. The Gilgo Beach Task Force also utilized genetic genealogy to learn more about this victim's specific ethnicity. It was previously known that this victim was of Asian descent. However, now we know that it is a strong likelihood that the victim is of Southern Chinese descent, Han Chinese descent, and Han Chinese is one of the 56 officially recognized ethnicities in the People's Republic of China. This is a significant development because unfortunately, South Asia is underrepresented in our genealogy databases, meaning there are not a lot of Asian profiles in the database. Therefore, investigative genetic genealogy in this instance is a challenge. It's a challenge to identify this victim. And so far, it has proved to be difficult and has provided few leads. Hence, the purpose for us being here today. We're looking for the media's assistance, and we're looking for the public's assistance in helping us provide information on this victim to get this victim's name back. And I'll just come over. These are the pictures of the individual. We have a picture of Asian doe with short, as they would appear with short hair, and a picture of Asian doe as they would appear with longer hair. Now, with regard to outreach to the community, again, we've leaned on all our partners as we always do, but particularly in this instance, the New York City Police Department and the state troopers. We've asked for the NYPD's assistance in translating this flyer into Mandarin, into Cantonese, into Thai, and into Bahasa, which is an Indonesian language. And the NYPD will further assist in distributing flyers on the ground in the Asian communities across New York City. And again, as we know, there's a significant Asian population in New York City, so we thank them for their help. We've invited several Asian media outlets to be present here in the hopes that they can reach the Asian community directly and provide this information to those communities. Regarding our goals for doing this, this is a call to action. We want to enlist the public's help in trying to identify Asian doe. With regard to the translations, we hope that the public and the Asian media outlets will further assist us in translating and disseminating this information into additional Asian dialects, which will further aid in the process of identification. Again, this person had a name, this person had family, this person had friends. We're reaching out to anyone who might have known this individual to help us with that identification. Again, I would just add with regard to DNA databases, those who would like to help identify Asian doe or any other victim or missing persons in the Asian or any other community to help, you can upload your DNA to Family Tree DNA and into GEDmatch Pro and opt into law enforcement matching. Contrary to popular opinion, law enforcement doesn't have access to all DNA databases. And this identification, this IgG technology that we use, as you can see, we don't just utilize it to identify suspects. We also use it to identify victims and to provide closure to the families of missing victims. If you really want to help, please consider uploading your DNA profile into those two commercial databases, which allow law enforcement to access that information, but only with the consent of the consumer. Now, Third, we ask that if you were around in the late 90s and early 2000s, think about the people you associated with. Think about the people you know. Did anyone of Asian descent go missing? We believe Asian Doe may have been working as a sex worker around the time of their disappearance prior to 2006. We believe that they spent some time in New York City prior to their death. And we want to urge the public, don't discount someone just because you know them to be from somewhere outside of New York City. As we know, people often come to New York City for a myriad of reasons. Prior to 2006, this person had friends, possible classmates, or co-workers, and a family. Someone knows who this individual is, and we need that person or persons to contact us. So that's what we're asking. Again, with the help of the media, let's get these photos out, let's get this information out, and let's identify Asian Doe. Crime Stoppers is offering a $2,500 reward for information leading to the identification of Asian Doe. Anyone with information regarding this case or the identification of the victim is asked to contact Crime Stoppers at 1-800-220-TIPS, TIPS, or via email or the mobile app on the flyer. You can do so in your native language. Translation services are available. So if you have difficulty with the English language, but you have information, provide it to us in your native language, and we will translate it. Again, please share this information far and wide, and let's help get this victim identified and give this victim their name back. Prior to taking questions, I'm going to turn it over to the New York State Police. We have, as I've said, we've had Lieutenant Richard St. Preux, and he is going to introduce the Mandarin translator. Thank you, Lieutenant. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Lieutenant Richard St. Preux with the New York State Police. I cover the Bureau of Criminal Investigation. I'm introducing Trooper Shin Sung Lee, who will be translating into Mandarin.
大家早上好，今天吉尔格海滩凶杀专案组请求广大群众的帮助，来辨认一具发现。
Does anyone need Mandarin? I don't know if he's going to be like talking and saying everything that guy just said.
受害人遗体，受害人为亚裔男性，有可能来自于中国南方，有可能为汉族。警方认为受害人的受害时间大约在2006年或者之前。
If you could learn a language, which language would you learn? Let me know in the chat. I would learn Japanese so that I could speak to my mother-in-law in Japanese. I think that'd be pretty cool to be able to do that.
该名受害人怀疑被钝器暴力击打致死。遇害时的年龄大约在17岁到23岁之间。遗体被发现时有穿着女性。
I'm still working on Spanish.
我们呼吁广大的华人群众能够。
I'm gonna turn it down and then we'll go over what they kind of said. But oh, there he is. He looks so young. I'm assuming, and this is just me assuming, that they're gonna come out. Oh wow, they're gonna come out and say that maybe he was like 20 or 21, because all of Rex Heuermann's victims are in their 20s. So I'm just assuming, most of them were like, well, they were all different ages, 22, 24, 26, 27, 28. So they were talking. Oh, you speak Russian? Wow. French? Wizard Ball, I did 2 years of French, and yeah, I couldn't tell you a word. I wish I could have. I wish I would have retained that. That would. It is a beautiful language, though. Oh wait. Oh, they're back on. Oh shoot, he was quick.
Document which details some of the internet searches done by the defendant, and some did contain searches using similar terms that you just described. Anything else?
They're talking about the Asian. Was it twink or something? They said.
Else?
Mr. Attorney, can you speak more about the manner of death in which this victim was discovered?
So yeah, it's a violent death, blunt force trauma, which led to the individual's death. So this was a violent assault resulting in the defendant's death.
Wait. I thought he choked. I thought he choked the other ones. I'm sorry to say it like that, but I thought that. I'm wondering if it's different.
No, we don't have anyone there, but basically what it is the forensic anthropologists, forensic artists, they start at the skull, and then using the characteristics of the skull, they essentially create, and using their training, of course, they create the diagram of the individual. So we believe this is the most accurate possible depiction of the victim. That was the language that the trooper, I'm sorry, Mandarin. Yeah. Yes.
Was there good DNA preserved at the crime scene, from prior to 2006? That's many years that the victim was there, Agent Doe.
Yeah.
Is there DNA you can work with that maybe could tie this victim to?
I mean, I think you never say never. We've seen the way that the DNA technology has evolved. So we do have DNA, and so we're working with it.
Wow.
I'll get to you in a second.
DA, how rare is it for somebody not to be identified for such a long period of time that, no one has come forward and said they think that it's, your career? How rare is that?
It's not unheard of, especially when you're talking about, a crime of this nature, and when you're talking about a community that's an immigrant community that tends to be insular. So again, we think a lot of times, and again, this person, we believe, was brought from outside the jurisdiction into the jurisdiction. So when you combine all those things, it's not that unusual. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we send out the information far and wide, not just to Suffolk County, not just to New York, but across the country and across the world. Yeah, I'm sorry, Greg.
Were there any similarities in the way that this body was disposed of with those that were left nearby? And are you considering Heuermann a suspect in this case? So if you look at where it was situated, I think it was about 300 or so feet from Megan Waterman in that same stretch of Parkway. So it was between Megan Waterman and Jessica Taylor. And as we've said all along, each one of these these victims, it's a separate crime scene. Start from that separate crime scene, and you work your way up, which we're doing. And it's all nice to speculate, but it basically doesn't matter until you can bring charges, and we're certainly not at that stage. Is there any similarities to the way that the body was found?
Well, I think probably what you're referencing is specifically with regard to the Gilgo 4. Those were uniquely, they were almost identical, and they're unique from the other bodies.
Was there other DNA evidence found with this victim that you don't believe belonged to this victim?
There's always evidence at the scene, and we're analyzing that evidence, and if it bears fruit and results in charges, we'll talk about it at that time.
Mr. Chairman, when you talked about how this victim was found wearing clothing, and you talked about the other victims you know before, was there any other material, not burlap, but anything else, a sheet, a pillowcase, anything at all that was found?
I'm not entirely certain. I know specifically that this victim was clad in the clothes that we've described.
You've been watching live as Suffolk District Attorney Ray Tierney reveals new details about one of the Gilgo Beach murder victims, the victim known as Asian Doe. That was a body and remains that were found in 2011 along Ocean Parkway near Gilgo Beach. A biological male of Asian descent that the district attorney just said was wearing women's clothing. The district attorney's office also releasing new images of what that victim may have looked like. We have those posted on our website, News.
They were all found nude. I just looked it up. Oh, bye, wizard. So I wanted to say before I forget. So I looked it up about the Gilgo 4 because I thought they were discovered naked, and they were. So they were all naked, but Asian Doe was dressed. Something tells me that maybe they were starting to maybe do something, or Rex Heuermann figured it out before, like, at the hotel before that happened. But I think that's what happened. I think he figured it out, like, that he wasn't a woman, and he went into a rage, and that's why he has blunt force trauma, and that's why he was dressed in his clothing.
12.com. We'll be
I'll
right
speed
back.
this up a little bit. So. What, is this all of it? Was that all of it? Hello? Okay, that's weird.
Such a long period of time.
What did he tell us what he said?
It's not unheard of, especially when you're talking about, a crime of this nature, and you're talking about a community that's an immigrant community that tends to be insular. So again, we think a lot of times, and again, this person we believe was brought from outside the jurisdiction into the jurisdiction. So when you combine all those things, it's not that unusual. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we send out the information far and wide, not just to Suffolk County, not just to New York, but across the country and across the world. Yeah, I'm sorry, Greg.
Were there any similarities in the way that this
We'll look up another channel.
those that were left nearby? And are you considering Rick Heuermann a suspect in this case?
So if you look at where it was situated, I think it was about 300 or so feet from Megan Waterman in that same stretch of Parkway. So it was between Megan Waterman and Jessica Taylor. And as we said all along, each one of these these victims, it's a separate crime scene. Start from that separate crime scene, and you work your way up, which we're doing. And it's all nice to speculate, but it basically doesn't matter until you can bring charges, and we're certainly not at that stage. Well, I think probably what you're referencing is specifically with regard to the Gilgo 4. Those were uniquely, they were almost identical, and they're unique from the other bodies.
Was there other DNA evidence found with this victim that you don't believe belonged to this victim?
There's always evidence at the scene, and we're analyzing that evidence, and if it bears fruit and results in charges, we'll talk about it at that time.
Mr. Chairman, when you talked about.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cough in your ear. But we already watched this part. But yeah, it says like I went to news. What's in the background? Oh, it's this. Oh my gosh. Oh my. I was like, what is that noise? Okay. I'm sorry. No, so it does just cut off, I guess, because I went over to News ABC 7 News New York, and it says live stream over. Like, let's see. Let's see if he says buy it on this one. Because, well, see, they actually, yeah, like, look. So we must have just missed a couple minutes. Let's see.
Well, that's it's the public, and some, I think when you talk about,
it's not very loud.
Immigrant communities from outside of Suffolk County and a body found inside Suffolk County in general, you wouldn't be all that surprised in having difficulty to identify this particular victim, and then there are all those other factors as well. So not completely unsurprising that we've not been able to identify the victim, but the most important thing is that we identify that victim regardless of the outcome of any criminal case, just to provide that victim and their family with, give the victim his or her name back, and provide the family with closure. It's based upon our investigation, which I'm not going to get into.
Can you hear the questions?
Yeah, these were done through NCMEC, and that was a fairly involved process. We really appreciate their assistance. Obviously, it's a painstaking process, and it took some time. So Once we had the information available and also the DNA, the specific genealogy DNA, we wanted to provide it to the public because we think it'll help the investigation and help to identify this individual. Okay.
I'm taking notes.
Thank you all so much. Thanks for.
Okay, so shorter than I thought. Yeah, I don't know why that one station just cut off like that. That's like, weird, but okay. It was like, we're not watching anything. That's fine. Let's see if anything's on Twitter really quick, and then I'll go over what I have. And if you guys don't mind just taking a second, hitting the like button, it really does help the channel, get it out into the algorithm. And I need all the help I can get nowadays with all the drama channels going on. So help your girl out if you don't mind. And if you don't mind, maybe just share it. Share the video if you'd like. We did a really good live last night. Like I said, if you guys want to go back and watch it, it was really good, I thought. I worked really hard on it. So today on the presser, they really focused in on the Asian male, which kind of surprised me in a way because they didn't ask about, okay, so they say they want help identifying the Asian male, but they never brought up Peaches or her infant daughter, toddler daughter. So I'm wondering if they're doing this like on purpose, if they're trying to get the focus on this Asian male, right? Trying to find out who they are, who he is, or if he went by she, getting, that person identified and then maybe focusing on Peaches, or they know something we don't know and they're about to identify Peaches. I don't know. That kind of, was kind of threw me through a loop that they didn't mention her. They did say that she was fully dressed, wearing short sleeve, crew neck shirt and a size large, and women's pants and bra. Hmong descent, which is just like Jesse Vang in the Elijah Vu case. He's Hmong, of Hmong descent, which is in South Asia. And they were talking about how they don't have a lot of Asian profiles in their database for their genealogy, to match up and stuff for that. So they're asking, anybody that is of Asian descent, if they want to upload their profiles, that would be helpful. They did say that he passed or was killed by blunt force trauma and that it was fully dressed. So to me, that says something. If all the other victims were naked and bound and, this, that, and the other, I wonder if he was even like cleaned. Do you know what I mean? Like the body prep, because he was fully dressed. I don't think that he did. I think that there was something going on. Maybe they were like, getting ready to get down with the get down. And our dude Rex was like, you're not fully a woman. And then maybe that's when it happened. I also don't believe, though, that Rex Heuermann was taking all of these workers to a hotel. I don't believe that. I feel like there would be noise. This many people, somebody would have made a sound. Do you know? I feel like somebody would have been alerted. He would need a quiet place, I feel like, to do all of those things that are listed in all of the prepping and all of the paperwork. And he did say that they do have DNA. Yeah, that was what he was. Yep, that's what he was. He was Googling those things. We went over his whole Google list one night on a live. It was, I think some of the stuff I couldn't even say. I couldn't. Some of the stuff I literally had to highlight for you guys, and I was just like, that is true. He did look for that. I didn't think about that part. Maybe something else happened. So Hmong is like, it's like Asia, it's South Asia. I believe it's a smaller population because I was asking Vincent about it, and it's spelled like HMONG, I think. Let's see. What's this? I'm trying to see if I could find a map that would say, what places in Asia. Okay. Oh, that's so small. I need a bigger map. Oh, look, this one's got. Wait, that's not it, I don't think. Well, this is a little harder than I thought. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going like. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here it is. It says, I wonder if I can look at this up. Okay. The word Hmong refer to an Asian ethnic group. Their homeland is in China, especially along the Yangtze and Yellow River. In the 18th century, Hmong people started moving to other Southeast Asian countries. Today, they live in all of China, northern Vietnam, Laos, I know I'm saying that wrong, Thailand, and Myanmar. Let me see. Myanmar. And then the other one with the L. Let me see. I'll see what it's. Laos. Okay, sorry, I didn't know. And then I can show you. This picture here. This was on Wiki, so. Yeah, so like I looked into it a lot when, not like a whole lot, but whenever we're still covering, but the Elijah Vu case, because I was just really curious. I had never heard of that ethnicity before. I'd never heard of, Hmong. And so I was asking Vincent about it, and he wasn't really familiar with it either, so I had to look into it. But yeah, I really wanted to look into it and see, what it was about because, of the case. So Rex Heuermann, I wonder when he's due back in court. I don't know if it's on here or not. Or like next court date, if I can Google it. If not, I'll find out and I'll make sure that next court date for October. Let's see. So October 16th, the day before my birthday. Okay, let's write that down. So that way I can remember all these court dates. It doesn't say what time. Of course it doesn't. And then Norige goes back to court October the 8th. We've got Sarah Boone, I believe on the 7th. Richard Allen goes on trial in October. Man, buckle up. We're about to be real busy. It's busy over here anyway. I don't know, we cover a lot of cases. Hey, Shelby. Is your last name, or is like your name, is it Woo Woo? Shelby Woo Woo, because it's cute. My spelling is bad every day. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about that. Okay, so Jan, this is going to sound, this might be a dumb question. But there's no dumb questions. There's no dumb questions. So nobody clip me and be like, this was a dumb question. Is Hmong, like Mongolian, or I mean, not Hmong, I'm sorry, Mongolian. Is that like, you know how like they have like those grills that you can go and eat at and they like make the food in front of you? Is that like, they're like, you know what I mean? Is that, do they connect? Just like, you know, like Chinese food. Because I do love me some Mongolian barbecue. It's been a while since I've been to one. I don't even know if they still have those around. I'm about to look it up. Yeah, they do. Oh, shoot. I got one right down the street. I mean, this is like not even, this is like 4 miles up the road. Oh, Vincent would love that. I should take him there. No clue about that. Me neither. I was just wondering because it's like, so if you don't know what a Mongolian barbecue is, it's like all of like, so you go through like, it's like a buffet and they cook the food like in front of you. So like you pick out all of your meats, but it's like raw. It's really weird. And then your veggies and all of that stuff. And then they cook it all like right there, right in front of you. It's pretty cool. I just get like, you know, basic stuff. Like I'm not real like, I suck at like eating, you know, more than just like, you know, 2 or 3 things. I wish that my palate was liked all kinds of food, but it just doesn't. You get fitted for braces on both hands? Shelby, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Both of your hands. Wow. Use talk to text if you can use your finger. And then if your spelling's messed up and stuff like that, don't you worry about it. We'll know. We'll know. I'm just reading the chat. I don't know. I'm going to look it up for you. Let's see. There is no stupid questions, though. There really isn't. I remember I got asked a question one time. I forget what it was. And I was like, this is going to sound stupid. And then everybody in the chat was like, no, I don't know that either. And I'm like, oh, okay. It says it's a term for a person with Down syndrome. Is it like a... Wait, hold on. But there's another one. So hold on. Just kidding. Why is this weird? Why is this weird? See, I hate this. I hate when there's a word and it has a double meaning. And you know what I mean? Because right here it says... well, let me just double check. Okay. It says... because it talks about Asian. Right. So... of or relating to a group of people formerly considered to constitute a race of humans having Asian ancestry and classified according to physical traits such as the presence of the anything, the fold. I think I know what that is, but I'm going to look it up. Yeah, I was right. So the folding of the eyelids. So it says dated. Now it's offensive. What the frick website am I freaking on? You guys, I'm so sick of this. I'm sorry. I am. I'm so over this. I'm over it. When you say, you know what I mean? Like you say a word and it has a meaning that, you think it's Asian ancestry, right? And it's talking about their physical traits, just like, explaining the physical traits, not a race thing, just a physical trait. But then all of a sudden now it's dated and people are calling people with Down syndrome with, I guess it's a slur, like it's a bad term. Does anybody in here, I know I have friends with that has a child with Down syndrome, but I don't know anybody that so close to where I would know this word. That's crazy. Because Solo, I'm sure you were probably asking because of the Asian part. Because that's what we were just talking about. But man, it says a member of a group formerly considered to constitute a race of humans. Yeah. Wow. So you can't use it anymore? Like, I'm going to look up every single word I ever use ever again. Ever again. I'm not talking anymore. It's, wow. I don't like double meaning words like that, especially when they're the opposite. Because you could say something and then people are like, oh, people are weird. Oh, is that what you saw, reverse images? I saw another. See, there's another one right there, another saying for it. I was just like, I just went to that website. I was like, what's that mean? Let's see. Because even when I just pull it up, and I don't, I just do the Google, see, it says right here, old-fashioned term for a person with Down syndrome. Oh, I guess it's an old-fashioned term, but it says offensive. Well, thanks for letting me know it's offensive because I didn't know. What are the two types of... what primary sub-races composite? This group refers classified into 3 categories. Predominantly white, the group includes Australian, Indo-Dravidian, and Polynesian. Okay, there's another one. And then what is Magnolia? I'm saying it wrong. Mongol. Okay, let's just see how you say that word. I don't know how to say it. I probably should have learned, huh? Okay, I have to look it up in a second. Okay. So this one is talking about the slant, the inward and downward slant of the eyes, seen in conjunction with Down syndrome. Now, okay, I'm kind of seeing what they're trying to do there. Because I'm assuming it originated, and I could be totally ignorant, but I'm assuming it originated with Asian people, and it may not even have been an offensive term. Maybe it just described the eyelids that, they're inward and they have a downward kind of a slant to them. And then over time, or somewhere, someone was an idiot and put this into somebody that has Down syndrome, because sometimes people with Down syndrome have their eyes are a little maybe droopy looking a little bit. But wow. So I'm just I'm in my brain going, how do we get from here to here? That's how I'm probably thinking that it got from there to there. Speaking of Down syndrome, look at this. If I can find it. All right. It actually just popped right up. Wow. Okay. So I saw this the other day. Oh, she's Mexican? I didn't know she did it. It was in Mexico. I thought it was in the United States. Wow. Okay. Let me pull up her picture. I think this is really cool. Really, really cool. Like, things like this should show you that anybody, you know what I mean? If you put your dedication into it, anybody can do anything. You could do anything. You can do anything, you know? I mean, you just got to put your heart into it. So Anna Victoria becomes world's first lawyer with Down syndrome. And here's her picture. Isn't she beautiful? She is gorgeous. It says, has made history as the world's first lawyer with Down syndrome, graduating with a law degree from, okay, I cannot read that. Born on January 30th, 1999 in Mexico. Anna Victoria has consistently defied expectations, proving her condition is no barrier to success. Supported by her parents, Anna Victoria excelled in education and the arts, even showcasing her paintings at prestigious exhibits. In 2019, she pursued a career in law driven by her passion for human rights. Wow. It says her goal is to open doors for people with disabilities, advocating for their rights and aspiring to become a local deputy. Ooh. Anna Victoria's achievement highlights that nothing is impossible. I love that. Something positive, you know, to end the life. Something positive. Something positive. It's only 10:49, you guys. What are we going to do today? What are we doing today? You guys doing anything fun? Oh, sorry. I was stretching a little. Okay, Solo, that's your youngest daughter's the one that had the baby, right? Didn't your youngest daughter just have a baby? Because I remember seeing a picture of her and she was like gorgeous. Like gorgeous. I was like, ooh. Jealous. Little jelly. It's 3:49 there. Oh wow. So it's just like in the afternoon, just just a nice day. Isabel's like, I can make it to a live. Tanya doesn't have it at 5 a.m. I am trying to bring them down. Like, I want to try to bring the lives down to like 8:15 maybe, because with the weather changing, the sun goes down quicker. I feel like more people are home sooner. So we'll see and everything. If it's like where, it's a problem, we'll just maybe do a couple a day. Because I do want to do I have to figure this out today. So my second channel, like a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, it got accepted into the YouTube partnership program, which means that, I can monetize my second channel. And, you can do like memberships and, all that stuff, whatever over there. Well, I want to do content just for that channel only, but I want to be honest, I kind of waiting to be monetized. Plus I wanted to, get caught up on some of our true crime cases. Because, if I'm going to be putting in the work, why not get pennies for it? Literally. You don't get anything off your videos. I heard somebody saying that, like, I don't know, people like make a lot of money on YouTube. I don't know. I don't know where those people are, but they're not over here. They're not over here. Oh, okay. Yeah, your youngest just had the baby. Okay. Mariah. Yes, Mariah. I should have remembered that because of Mariah. Okay, I'll have to take a look. Oh, wow. Your daughter's beautiful. People used to tell me, I don't see it. I don't see it at all. But, okay, so here's a picture of me. There's a picture of Vincent. So people used to tell me that that my eyes had like a slant. I never have seen it ever a day in my life. But Vincent is half Japanese, half Italian. And in this picture, he said the other day, he's like, you can't even tell I'm Asian at all. I said, I thought you could. Because I went out there and I gave him a big old hug last night. He was loving it. Because I know, after 9 years, you usually just don't go up and just like squeeze someone super tight. And I squeezed him and I said, just want to tell you I love you. Right, as psyops. I know. I get a third of that, and I'm hanging. And we won't even go into the bills, you know. I'm gonna be like, if you think about it though, like I wonder like how much people like big creators, I wonder how much they like pay themselves. I don't know how to explain it. Like, how do you pay yourself per hour? Like, how do you like math that down to how much you're gonna get paid per hour? I need to do that. I need to take my oh my gosh, that would be so bad. I'd be in the negative. Like if you took what you got paid by the amount of hours that you spent online, ooh-wee. Right, psyops? Yeah. I'm just honest over here. We just honest. We're just honest. We're honest. We're honest because, you know, I mean, why not? It's YouTube, you know. And I mean, if to even make anything on so even to make anything to get a check, like to get paid onto YouTube, you have to make over, I guess, $100 for the month. So I would have to do at least 2 lives a week. I ain't joking. In order to maybe crack that. And that's with the views that I get on this channel, not the views I get on that small little channel. So I take that back. But you know, it's just if you love it, you love it. You know, you just do. When you love it, you love it. And I love coming on and talking to you guys, especially about true crime. And I'm just trying to get out of the reason why, you know, if anyone's wondering why I haven't been talking about Sebastian, is just the fact that it's just all drama now. It's so far from Sebastian. It never was about him, I feel like. That is just, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that channels that are supposed to be true crime channels are feeding into all of the misinformation and putting it out there as fact. It's exhausting to try to combat that. So it's just like, so I think I am going to do another live over Sebastian. And if there's any updates, like, of course, like, I mean, an actual update, I'll, you know, report on it. Like Chris doing the interview. I don't know if I'll play that. I doubt it. But he did come out and he did an interview a few days ago, guys. And Chris said, stop the drama. That's all they want, is for creators to stop the fucking drama. And guess what creators continue to do for 8 hours yesterday? 10 hours yesterday? Drama. Like, what? You have a stepfather and a mother of a missing child just asking you guys to quit the drama, and you couldn't do it for 24 hours. You couldn't even do it for 24 friggin' hours. Just, you couldn't even give them that. It's crazy. I haven't talked about it since he said that. Since Chris came out and said, please don't, no drama. I haven't talked about Betty. I haven't talked about any of it. It's just too much. Isabel, you're absolutely right. Sebastian just isn't missing. He's lost in the drama. Yeah. I feel like if you asked one of these creators fast enough, like in person, if you were like, what's that missing kid's name you're following? I bet you they'd be like, Sebastian. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's like that. And it's up to the subscribers, guys. You guys hold the power. You guys hold the power. If these chats are not filled with 1,000 people every time they go live, if they don't get those views, they're going to stop talking about the drama and they'll move on. Now, I don't want people to move on from Sebastian's case, but I do want him to move on from the drama. Maybe do an update once a week. Keep his name out there. But every single day, all day and night, it's like one person goes live, they get off their live, the next person goes live, and they're all using the same content, and it's the same people in the chat. It's like, don't you guys get bored? I know I am. I'm bored. Oh, reversed images, you should do it just because it's fun. Do it for yourself and just see. Because when I started my YouTube, Reverse said I was going to start a YouTube, but I fear I will be rejected. Not true crime, and I can't take any more rejections. I got on my YouTube just to my first video is about us being stuck inside, during 2020. But when I started it with true crime, I didn't expect. I still don't expect. I don't know. I didn't expect to get big. Do you know what I mean? I didn't go into this going, I'm going to have a big channel. I still don't have a big channel, but going into this being I'm going to have a big channel. I'm going to have people. I don't, lives. I didn't think any of that. And then I started lives. And when I started my lives, nobody was in here. Nobody. I had 0 people. And I was still live. And I had to do that for a little bit. And it was, I hated it a little bit because, you're just I'm just there's nobody in here. But then again, nobody knew me because first I didn't have a channel name. Then I got my channel name. Then it was okay. Then people kind of started coming a little bit. But yeah, just if you're passionate about something, then definitely start a YouTube channel if you're passionate about it. Just be careful of the people, There's a lot of shystiness. Right? Right, Carolina? Yes. You're so right. It's just drama, yeah. I know I was. Isabel, I saw a video of that the other day. One of my old Kylie Rodney videos came up. It was a short video. And I should show you guys. Oh my gosh, my backgrounds were over the years. I found this little ceramic, is he a squirrel? No, not a squirrel. Raccoon? Hell, I don't know what this little thing is, but it's cute. And it has these little fall flowers I put in it. And it used to be in my setup. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at that. That's really cool, Let's go to the shorts because that'll maybe help. Let's do 50 per page. Yeah, because I was looking at the other day or today. I think it was today. When did they show you your first one? Filter. Doesn't tell me. Okay. I was trying to see when my first short was done. These are all from this year, 2023. Oh, look, I got to go over the page. Okay. I was going to go over to the first ones I did. Is that Betty? You guys, I told you. There's 4 of them back to back. I was not lying to you all when I told you. So I don't want anybody. Don't want anybody saying Tanya's only doing Bullhorn Betty because of Sebastian Rogers, blah, blah, blah. Because no, pump the brakes. I was doing Betty when I first came on the platform. October 29th, 2022. Let's play this. It says, let's see the title. Asking 3,000 people to send her $1 or more. I just can't. How's it feel to be scammed? This was like from this is my first YouTube short. Look at this thing. And this is in front of Quentin Simon's house. And look at me. I'm JLR in it. I'm recording on my iPad. I still do that. Let's watch as Bullhorn Betty makes money off of YouTube. She's good. She's a good businesswoman. Listen to what she says, and it is sped up.
And say that we will not back down and we don't give a fuck what you say. Everybody, if you can, why don't you drop a 99 cent or $1 in this, either on Super Chat or Super Stickers, just to tell them to go fuck themselves.
You heard that right.
If you guys want to participate, please do. It's 99 cents, and I
give her 99 cents or $1.99 or whatever she said, so that you know. So you can tell them to go F themselves. Because those people are clearly watching your live right now. Bullhorn Betty. I thought that was going to be the next one. Okay. Let me see. Man, these are old. Did it go back up to the top? No, it didn't. It says, my blood is boiling. Y'all are a joke. Oh, this is when they were searching for Quentin, but they weren't searching at all. Look at this search. Look at this. Get off the ATV. They're on a 4-wheeler. How are you searching? Get down there and look, or send me down and I will.
Let's keep going. I don't see any bags or anything. Just crash. I can see it.
Is this when they go by the box?
Tires. Yeah, a lot of old. What's that?
Look.
I know, Steve. Yeah, we're live. Say hi. Hey, everybody.
There's Dolly.
Get up right here. All right. Well, yep. Ready.
Look at this. That's their searching, guys. So when people are sending Bullhorn Betty money to go search, this is what she's doing. Grifting as usual, yeah. I'm just like, this is weird watching my old videos. I wanted to find one with me in front of the bed, because I think my dogs were on there. Let's see if I can find. Maybe it was a video, because these are all showing me in the studio. In my old studio. It's probably under one of my videos. I could actually, you can go. Oh, wait, let me go here. I have an idea. You guys want to look at these for a second before I jump off? If you go to videos, oh, you can go to your oldest live. Okay, look at all these different backgrounds. Wow. I had a lot. Like, these are the oldest ones. So this is just like with my clothing and stuff. So this room that I'm sitting in right now, it used to look like this with the clothes. We've changed this room so many times. And then I used to sit here in front of the closet with the curtain up. And then I got a shelf. So there I am. It's still on the floor. I'm sitting on the floor. Sitting on the floor here too. Sitting on the floor. Sitting on the floor still. There we go. Hey guys, welcome on in. I am going to be Look at this. Ready in just a moment. I'm running a little behind. Wait, we don't even have those chairs anymore. We never even used those chairs. We sold them. But what's new, right? Okay. Get me sitting down. Kind of small, but now it's got, like, look at the dogs. There's my old desk and everything. Wow, we don't have any of that stuff. Except for the stuff on the wall, but not the white thing. Look at all that hair I had. Your girl is getting extensions. I need extensions. I'm so mad at myself. I don't know what's going on with my hair, but I think it's stress. I don't know what is going on with it. I'm at that weird length, I think. You know, like when your hair is growing out from short to longer, it has like a weird length stage. I think that's where I'm at. But my hair looks really thick there. I'm like, I'll have to send a picture of this to Vincent. I need to put all this stuff into a file and then just like not delete them, but like just clean them up a little bit. Like, you know, some of my videos. Oh, there's people in the chat though. Look at that. Isabel! Look! Good evening from Scotland. You're the second person in there. This was September 29th, 2022. Isabel, you really have been here since day one. You are my day one, Jan. Oh my gosh. You weren't lying when you said you was here since the beginning. That's awesome. That's awesome. And look at my beautiful dogs. We don't even have that bed anymore. We had like, oh wow, we grew. And the curtains didn't even go all the way down to the floors. Look at those. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. I'll have to take pictures and show you the new place because it's beautiful. Every time I just look at our place, I'm extremely grateful and thankful for what I have, you know, and for what I'm very thankful. Sheba, that's a good idea. I need to get a weave. I used to have these clip-in extensions and I got rid of them and now I'm regretting it. My hair is just getting thinner. That's all it is. And my mom had thinner hair when she got older and I don't want that for me. You know, I just don't want that. And it could be the medications I'm on. I wish I could just be off of every medication, but that'll never happen. Ever. But I wish it would. What is it? Wish in one hand and shit in the other? That's what my dad used to say. You remember, Isabel? Oh my gosh, I know you do. You did say that. You were in front of the... Remember, I'd have the iPad there beside me too, and I'd be playing videos off the iPad. We should go back to doing that. That was pretty fun. You guys probably couldn't even hear it. And did you see the walls? Those orange walls? No one, like the stucco color, it looked really good with the furniture and stuff. It did look nice. That was when our bed was in our living room too. Now it's actually back in the bedroom. But it was a whole thing. We couldn't breathe very well in the bedroom, so we went into the living room. And then I'm back in the bedroom. Me and Vincent were both in the bedroom. And then the last, like, I don't know, a few weeks or so, he's been sleeping on the couch a little more because he says he can't breathe very well in there. It's too stuffy. But we have a air purifier. We have them everywhere. I think we have 3 of them, 2 or 3. And we change the things all the time. So I don't know. Isabel, the bloopers. I still have bloopers, but I wish we need to go back. I need to go back and watch some of those videos for the bloopers. Because when you're live, you know? And that's the thing. Like, when you go live, you're putting yourself out there a lot more than if you're doing a pre-recorded video. Pre-recorded video, you know, you say something, you stop it, you can start over. A live, it's there forever, you know. And with doing lives on camera, which, you know, you guys usually know I am on camera, it's like 4 times as hard. It's even more than that. It's 100 times as hard because, you know, trying to look at notes, look at the camera at the same time. I don't know. People were looking at you. It's just a little different, you know, it's a little different. So, yeah, I don't know what I was getting at with that, but I was just telling you about my going live, I guess. Have a good day, Judy. Oh, Captain, you can bring some over here too. He said, I'll bring the smoke. That's well, thank you guys all for being here. I do appreciate it. Let's go over and see what's going on in the world of YouTube real quick. Let's see who's all got their lives going. Let's see. Anybody? Not yet? No? Wow. Everybody taking a break? Except for Savage? Looks like it. All right, Savage usually goes live, you know, in the morning, but usually there's like, you know what I mean, a bunch of people live at this time, it seems like. Anybody have any questions about anything? Where's Aries P. York? I just thought of that. He's always here. Is he sleeping? Is he sleeping? Thanks, Reversed Images. We should tell him. Yeah. They did unclog, or like, no, I don't know, they were doing this to everybody's, but the dryer vents, they were going through and doing those. I wonder if he could breathe better. I could do you a favor if you're talking to me. The sun is like glaring like right on the screen right there. Yeah. Yeah, South Sea Southern Witch. Yeah, I said what that word came out of my mouth the other day and I didn't mean for it to, but so no, Aries apparently had a falling out with the creator, and no fault to Aries. We all know Aries. Aries likes to go into chats to talk to people. He isn't there in anybody's chat to participate in any of the drama. You see him when he's in here. He comes in and he talks about the weather, baseball, maybe some politics, you know, just he's Aries. He's a great guy. And this creator that he really like white knighted for blocked him, I guess. And I don't know. It's just sad. Can you just get to, yeah. Yeah, which Jessica Danielle, which video? Like the dispatcher. I like Jessica Danielle's channel. Yeah, crafty girl. I didn't see it. But when I saw it in the chat and I put 2 and 2 together, I did say a word. I said, "You bitch." I'll say it again. I mean, I couldn't, it came out of me. It came out of the depths of my soul, and I didn't mean for it to. But if you are going to be mean to Aries, then you'll be mean to anybody. You'll be mean to anybody. Because Aries doesn't cause problems. He would say how much he loved the channel, like this particular channel. He loves this channel. That's his number one channel. When he first used to come into my chat, that's my number one channel, but you're second. You're second. I'm like, okay, I'll stick with being second. I'm cool with that. Oh, Isabel, I love Aries. He's so genuine. He is. And that's what got me upset, because you know me, I cannot stand for anybody getting picked on, and I will be in the bushes. You won't even know I'm in a chat and somebody gets picked on, and then I fly in like a, you know, crazy person. Yeah, I wanted to speak up about it because he's very nice. Oh, wait. Okay. So it's Cyclops. I forgot to look at it. Okay. Yeah. Which display? Which audio? Oh, Sebastian Rogers. Okay. That's what I thought. So go to around 12:40. Yeah. Let's see. We've listened to this a couple times on the channel. Maybe we need to listen to it again. I'm actually going to do a Sebastian Rogers. I am going to do one more live over him. I have that awesome website, like the one that we were going over for Long Island yesterday. There is one built on Sebastian Rogers' case. It has like all the interviews. It has everything. I'm excited to show it to you guys. Actually, I wasn't going to even use it. I was going to like give it to somebody else, let them use it. But maybe I will use it. And how much? 40. Okay. So this is at like 12:58. If I can find it. Wait, whoops. Let me go back a little bit.
247, we check them off. Okay, well, we're about the 3 closest to the building. We asked Transfield to respond to the area of National Pike and Carrying Road. There's a juvenile in that area wearing black pants and a red t-shirt, shaking back and forth like he had autism. It was just reported to us. Now,
what did he say?
Side of Long Hollow from Killen Lane to Center Point has been checked. Can you check the field houses that are up on top of the hill by the practice field back behind TW Hunter? I don't see that anybody has tracked through there on foot. Simple.
So you want to go 10:09, 10:10? Let's see. Trying to see where it gives us the next timeline. We can go to 10:05. Okay. We'll start here.
Wasn't locked from the outside. It was checked. 1018 Stafford. They are reviewing their camera footage right now. I need some check contact and the cameras checked. No, that's fine.
184 your low volume. I got cameras checked.
Good, well, 1018. And I'll be out at St. John Missionary.
Oh, so we're listening to the Sebastian Rogers the first 11 hours of his missing persons case. So this is when all the officers are out searching everything, searching the woods, searching around the area. What are we listening for?
1085. Resident.
Oh, the sighting of a boy? Oh, yeah.
At 1028 Kelly Lane states that he just saw a kid with a black shirt, black shorts, had a phone in his hand coming across the construction. When he made contact with this gentleman. So,
What if I am right? Because I've been hearing a lot about kids and Sebastian. Kids that Sebastian knew. Kids that Sebastian knew. What if this was a kid that Sebastian knew? Because this kid has a phone in his hand. Sebastian's phone was at home on the counter.
Subject went straight back to the woods at the top of Kelly Lane. I just talked to him. He's one helping. Oh, thank you. 12 units. When you're done with your assignment, please come back to 1008 Stafford. 2023, 24, 18, and 16 Stafford.
They did
ring cameras, nothing to be told. Operations.
So they had ring cameras, nothing to be told. Yeah, so I was gonna say that they did though. That's where the dogs did scent. Their scent was over by that retention pond by the construction site. But right where you were saying about the 10:30 mark, there was another kid they said they saw. What was the first time stamp he said? Probably can't go back up in the chat. I think it was. No, I can't. 12:40. Because it sounded like at the 12:40. We'll have to go back over this when we go over that website. 'Cause it has everything on that website. It sounds like they've seen a kid here too, with a black shirt and black pants or something.
Did y'all check inside each one of those buses behind TW Hunter? 247, we checked them all. Okay, well, we went to three closest to the building. We had transferred to respond to the area of National Pike and Carrying Road. There's a juvenile in that area wearing black pants and a red T-shirt. I was shaking back and forth like he had autism. It was just reported to us.
Shaking back and forth like it's autism? What the hell is that supposed to mean, sir? I was saying it sounds like, yeah, there's two sightings. It sounds like the same kid because red shirt. I thought they said black shirt in the beginning. Huh. This would be in the morning. So the next morning. The thud happened the night before. There's no picture of that one, no. So let me show you the website. I'm super excited to show you this. Wait, actually, I have to. It doesn't even have his name on this one, actually. Let me look it up. Right here. So this is the website that we're going to go over on our next live. I don't know why it says 1988. There are a few little mistakes, but for the most part, everything in here is pretty factual. I mean, it's all factual. And I'll show you just I'll scroll through, but you can see the timeline, from February 23rd, the whole timeline, the search, videos, these old videos we haven't seen in forever and a day. All these videos. Then it has about Sebastian, who he is and all that stuff. Katie Proudfoot, Chris Proudfoot, Seth Rogers. Look at this. Seth Rogers. On the morning Sebastian went missing, 6:40, stepfather Chris called and sent a message to Seth. It literally has everything. And then it has the Katie and Chris interviews. I think these are most of them. And then these are a few of Seth's. Not a lot, but a few. But I thought that was a pretty cool website and that we could go over that. Get out the information, the actual factual information of the case. Because nobody's doing that. No, I mean, nobody's doing that. So maybe we'll do that this evening, or we'll end up doing that this week for sure. But maybe we will do it this evening. We'll see. But I'm going to jump off of here. I'm going to take these ladies. I guess I should take these ladies out. Oh, my watch died. I wonder how that happened. Because it needed to be charged. I want to see what time it was. Okay, so they 8:30, 9:30. Oh, wow, they did good. It's been 4 hours. Oh my gosh, they did so good. Did you hear that loud noise? That was my dog just putting her head on the floor. Right, Psyops, thank you. I appreciate the comment. I do. Is that who did this? Is this Kodo that does these websites? Oh, she shared that with you. Oh, okay. I was because I'm trying to figure out who did these websites. I'm this website is awesome. But no, I do. I like Kodo. I like her. I like Chronicles of the Oblivious. I watch her videos. I watch all of them actually that she does. I like. I enjoy the clip channels. I do. As long as they're getting the full context, then yeah, of course. I like them. I do watch them. The time is time to charge the watch. I know. Well, what I think it was is I was like, why is this look dead? I think it's because Vincent was trying to program it to the new internet. We have like a new I guess we're on like fiber or something here now. I don't know. But the internet, let's see, was it working? It was working pretty good, I guess. Yeah. Wasn't bad. I need to restart my computer, so because I'm sure Vincent will ask me, how was the internet today? So I'm going to keep up the 911 or the first 11 hours. I might actually put that into a pre-recorded and tag Jessica Danielle. I'm trying to think of how we can get it out there more, like so more people can see it, you know. How many views does she have on it? She only has 10K. Like she needs more views than that. Let me drop her channel link. Oh, I'll drop the link to this video and you can go over there. She has some good videos. I like Jessica. She does some funny short videos. They're cute. They're very funny. They're not true crime. It's kind of like me when I do my, like, some of my, like, YouTube or my TikToks. They're not, like, true crime related. They're more personal, like, fun. We should all do a push on this to try to take us back because subs are fed up, believe it or not, with this trash. Yeah. Well, if you keep the word out there to the subs, I'll make sure I do a community post and say, hey, fact, Sebastian factual live stream. There'll probably be 15 people in here, but you know, I'm just kidding. There'll be more than that. But you know, it's just, it really is. And it's crazy because a lot of these people were supposed to be here for true crime. Like, but they're not. Because it's like, and then creators are calling out people that are in true crime for not doing true crime. But it's like when we do true crime, hello, it's like something's going on in the atmosphere right now. No, I feel like that. I feel you. We want facts, not circus. Yes. Captain Concha, that's right. Yeah. And like, whenever you're talking about like facts of a case or you're talking about a case, it makes your brain work. Like, I don't want everyone to think alike. I want people to have difference of opinions. But like this whole thing with the Proudfoots versus Seth Rogers, pinning creator against creator, it's gotten a little out of hand. So it's gotten a lot out of hand. So we need to fix it. But I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to think of some things to do to promote a live over this. I don't care if we have to do a live. I don't care if we have to do a factual live on Sebastian every night for 20 minutes and then go to another live. We'll do it. We have to. But thank you guys for being here tonight. I do appreciate it. I'm going to let the animals out. And my cat is sitting at the door right now. That's so cute. What do you want, Fluffy? He wants cat treats. So thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys later this evening around 9:15, 9:35. Have a wonderful day. And I appreciate you guys. Bye.